Hi everyone, my name is Intabiso Mwajana and I'm a spiritual medium. Thank you for coming through to the channel. I am so grateful to have you here. And today we are continuing on blessings. So we should be roundabout at the end. Yes, this is the end of the blessing series. And today we are talking about, you already know what the blessing is. You know the character that you need to have in order for you to harbor or to capacitate your own blessing. You also know um, what it takes in order for you to be at the display level of your blessing. You know that you cannot let your character wither away as you are going through the moments of you actually getting that blessing. And you always need to keep in touch with the person, the being, the power, the deity, the entity that provides a blessing in your life. So at all times, you need to keep the goal of this is the story of my life, and this is exactly what I am hoping to get out of life, and this is what is aligned for me and my story. So today we are going to be talking about, so you are blessed, you have received your blessing, you understand your character, you understand everything else, and now we need to talk about sustenance of the blessing that you have. So after blessing, which level do I go to? Which level do I go to? Do I still remain at blessed? Do I still keep on sloganeering, I am blessed and highly favored? Do we still do the very same thing? Blessed is the hand that giveth. Yes, it is, because now your blessing needs to invest in somebody else. And then it needs to grow as a blessing. Your blessing needs to be a blessing unto others. But don't give all of your blessings away. Keep what you need. Give away what is wanted for other people. Don't take out everything else and then say, but I am blessed, it will keep on coming. And remember, it goes through a process, so it just can't keep on coming. And that is why blessed people, because they have mastered the process, they have the character of blessed. They speak like they are blessed. They know how to behave at display level of their blessing. And so it looks like they are constantly getting more and more blessings, right? And obviously perhaps kanete, blessed is the hand that giveth. I do that a lot, but I've learned to do that within limits. So whatever it is that you do that does not have boundaries, it is obviously going to sink you. It is obviously going to sink you. Now, today we are talking another level, which is anointing. Your blessing and your anointing. So in order for you to stay at blessing, how do you then sustain it? You need to get to another level of mastery. You have done this thing over and over again. You are now putting your blessings in compartments, blessing, displaying beaded, what do you call them? Yeah, decorated. These ones were done for our Christmas trees. My mother does them, and she teaches um, children that are mentally unwell to do them properly, to do them as a life skill of theirs. So these are decorated balls. So let me put it there. You saw it. So now, when you are at display level, how do you keep sustenance of that? You need another level. You need another level of grace. You need another level of provision. You need another level to come upon you so that at all times you are moving very, very well. The level that you need is anointing. Now, if you look, there's virtually very few things that are ever going to be new, right? Um, Many of us are doing this healing work, and we're doing it in the social spaces. You just need to find people that really resonate with who you are and resonate with your spirit, and that you can actually hear and that can speak sense into your life, right? But most of us, I don't know, are we doing the same thing? I don't know. I just don't keep tabs. I don't keep tabs. But I would like to assume, I know when I was starting on candles, on the regalia, yeah, we realized, okay, we're doing one thing over and over, and it gets confusing as we go on, because now this one says this other one says that, this other one says that, and it just got too confusing, and because we were all learning and trying to get into this world, nobody was saying, speak to your ancestors, draw within, go back, you are actually capable, your people are within you and they can teach you, you know and so but my point is that we get to a point, if this was a talent that we are doing, then many of us are talented. Many of us are talented healers, or we are talented at administering healing, and perhaps there is a right way or a wrong way. It's not about that. But what I'm saying is that after talent, after, if this is a blessing of ours, then what do we need? It's so funny that what I'm going to talk about today is actually happening to me now. So I'm actually double-minded whether I should stop the recording or continue. But some of you will know that itching of the ears has its own significance. It has its own significance in spirit as well. So we just go on as the lesson goes on. So after that, we need an anointing. Many of us are talented. Many of us are blessed. We have the same blessings. We are blessed as parents. We are blessed as wives. We are blessed as husbands. We are blessed as employees. We are blessed as preachers. We are blessed as business owners. We are blessed as whatever it is that you can put a label to. You can think of anything that you consider that you are blessed at it. Or now that you have it, you are blessed. But are you anointed to keep it? Are you an anointed parent? Are you an anointed preacher? Are you an anointed businessman? Because all of us are selling apples here on the street. But what makes me to stop at your stall and buy your apples out of the 15 people here that are blessed to be selling apples, or are blessed sellers at apples? So what keeps you? What is the distinctive thing about you that keeps it running over and over again? Is anointing. So if you look at the dictionary meaning of what an anointing is, they will say that it is the act or the ceremonious act of rubbing or smearing, especially in a religious way or in a religious ceremony. So let's take the religion out of it and take the act of anointing. Or should we keep the religion in it? Let's keep the religion. So I'm going to go back Christian. I have a Christian background. So God sent Samuel, and God said to Samuel, he says to him, go into the house of Jesse, and there you shall find a young man for you, a son of Jesse, to anoint, and he shall be king of the Israelites. Go into the house of Jesse. An instruction, go and anoint. Samuel goes. Do. Hi, Jesse. Yes, Brasem. How's it? Good. Sure, Samzi. You see, the big guy, wherever the big guy is, ne? Can see up there. Because I don't subscribe that heaven is actually up. Heaven is inside. So, and I've seen souls in what they could identify to me as heaven. So it's not, there are no pearly gates where at least I've not seen pearly gates. I'm sure heaven is peace, heaven is being in alignment, heaven is, I don't know, where all the souls are getting transformed and they get into their various colors, you know. But story for another day. uh you know, with certain things I've come to take what I can get, come to take the good and leave the others that I don't understand. Ne? And I and as a voice of caution, perhaps you have to do so with everything that you consume. Find things that really speak, that resonate, that find resonance within yourself. Please do that. It will make life a whole lot confusing, because like I say, these spiritual passages, yay, very, very confusing. Now we are in the house of Jesse. Hey, Brajes, so show me where are the boys here? Apia Majid. And Jesse calls them one by one his favorite, brings the other one, and someone keeps on saying, nah, not that one. Nah, does not resonate. Nah, I'm not seeing the. I'm sure he was waiting for that, you know, for that music. La, 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 la. Don't know what he was waiting for, but I would imagine now it does not resonate. And he says, no, woman, are these all the boys that you have, Batu? And it's like, no, there's another one who's a shepherd. He's there by the fields with the sheep, you know. You want that one? And then he comes, the young man himself, David Modeva. In South Africa, they call you Modeva if you're David. And Modeva comes in, you know, probably moving the sheep off his top. Hey, sure, Brasem. How are you? Yes. Yeah. Didn't hang that. How are you? And Brasem's like, yes. There it lands. God says, I must come and anoint you, for you are going to be king of the Israelites. Me, Brasem, I, king of the Israelites. But because he knows, because he knows that he's been within the character, he's been in the wilderness, he has fought the beast, he has fought the lion, he knows his own spiritual CV. He knows his own spiritual CV. He does not get too shocked, because he knows that was preparation for an anointing. And then he gets to be anointed, to be smeared with oil or to be rubbed with oil. Now, an anointing, if you are anointing something, you are literally lubricating it. They put a lubricant on him so that he can get within the right way of functioning in the capacity that he is now going to be put in. So anything that you don't lubricate, it will wither and not work out well. Oil for your hair. If you don't lubricate your hair, it will fall off. It will be dry and it will fall off. If you are cooking and you don't lubricate your food, it will burn. I just removed the sleeve. It will burn because you don't lubricate it. It will burn, it will stick and burn and take out the taste. If you are an individual and you don't lubricate your ears, this is the thing that I was talking about. If you don't lubricate your ears, they will itch. And they will also show you that you are missing messages, because it is functioning, yet it is dry, and certain things just can't work very smoothly. They are not oiled, and yet we need the lubrication so that you can have your spiritual ears, so that they can come in, the messages can come in, and you can decode what is being said to you, what you're being shown, what you're being told, and then you can comprehend it, because you are lubricated for the well functioning of what it is that you need to do. Then there's baby oil. Why do we lubricate babies? You know, my child has been allergic to this thing. This is the second one that I'm buying, and it's now 2 years and a couple of months. It says it locks in 10 times moisture to keep delicate skin soft and feeling healthy. And at the bottom it says free from dyes, right? Free from dyes. Yeah. There's so many, there are other things that it does not have, and which is supposed to be a good thing, right? And then it tells you where you need to keep it and where you need to do whatever. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that each kind of lubrication has what it really does well, and each body part of you has something. There's something for it to lubricate it. I hope you don't get very fishy with baby oil. Please don't. There are sorts of lubrications in this house. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just in case, just in case. Hey, I know how you think. I know how you think. But anyway, then your aura needs lubrication, and we give you the Dawa lotion. I should have used any other lotion, but I decided that with this one, you're going to need to lubricate your own aura and be okay. This is a machine. It has an on and off. It has all its functions. We know how the machine works. It has endured the heat. It has experience. It is good with what it does. We know this is a good machine. And sometimes it gets stuck. And when it gets stuck, we lubricate it. Now, I don't know which lubrication to use as a constant lubrication. We lubricate it. And when we start to lubricate it, it functions smoothly. It has endured the heat. It has had the experience. It knows what to do. It knows how to flow. It has a conveyor belt. And now it's just running smoothly. It is now at mastery level. It has experience. It knows all the time. But now we just want it to run smoothly. When your car is running, it needs oil so that it can match the heat and match the temperature and do everything else so that it runs in speed. Right lane, it's lubricated, it's going. And you as a being, you need to have mastery level where you are anointed at the blessing that you have, where a divine entity comes and constantly feeds you with lubrication so that you are able to run your course, so that you are able to sustain your blessings, so that your blessings can also have a succession plan. Your blessings don't just wither away because now you know how to get them. Now you are at a different level. You are at a level where you are not like everybody else. You are at a level where after you've gotten your blessing, you realize that all of us have this blessing. But what is it that I am going to do differently so that this blessing does not run out, so that this blessing is maintained? And this is where you get deep into prayer, deep into connection. Because when you do that, a next level will come. T.D. Jakes says, new levels bring with new devils. But again, you still need to be lubricated for the next level so that you can deal with all the devils at the other, as the levels come and you're going up the levels. You still need to be lubricated for that. And so, when you are anointed, when you are lubricated to function very well in spirituality, it becomes easy. The time that it takes you to manifest a blessing becomes less. Because now you can do it faster. You know how to do it faster. You can understand your triggers. When the struggle comes, you understand your triggers. When the wind comes, you understand that you need to cool off and face the other direction, because you are running like a machine, you know. And therefore, for you to be anointed, it means that you are doing one thing over and over again, but you are improving. And this time, you are supplemented all the time. You are given the power all the time, and not just as a once off, and not just sparingly. And this is where we are saying people are abundant. They're talking about, I am abundantly whatever. It is not just in small bits now. You're not just, I just have a little bit. Now you have it. Amass. Go bigger. Go higher. Because they say, what God gave you works. That's TD Jakes. He says, what God gave you works. And it works 100% of the time. Because it's yours now. Don't get into panic mode after you've been blessed. Because most people, they don't get to anointing level, because after the blessings comes panic. So I now have this, Gogo. We've done the work. We've prayed. I have the job. I have the house. I have the whatever it is that we've been praying for. I now have it. Gogo, I'm booking a consultation so that you check if I will not lose it. So it is very easy for people to get stuck between blessing and curse, and curse and blessing, bless and cursing, and they don't move to the next level, which is anointing, which is abundance, which is sustenance, which is mastery, which is I am spiritually lubricated to call it forth over and over again. And I'm spiritually lubricated to call it forth for me and for the people who are coming under me, and for the people that are coming to ask me how I did it. So now you are sharing what you have mastered. You are sharing what you have come to learn. And you need to share it. So many of us, we get so stuck into scarcity mentality that because I've done it, they will replicate my model, and then they will do it, and they will keep me out of relevance. They will kick me out of it. When I used to be in corporate, we once invited a certain lady. At that time, she was the provincial head of one of the political parties in Gauteng, Metandi. And she was talking about a person at that time who was the mayor of Gauteng, and she was saying, I taught him how to do the job. I taught him how to do the job, because as a leader, you are constantly working yourself out of the position and getting another person. That is a person that is not thinking about scarcity, because what they have amassed, they know they can reproduce, and in this time they can do it in miscellaneous form. They go bigger because their capacity has enlarged, because they are lubricated spiritually and intellectually and any other how to go forward and do it again. And that is why we come here and we say, this is normally what happens. Please get into it, go do it, and be in your gift, be in your blessing, so that you can do it for others. Africa is currently in a spiritual revolution. Ancestors are raising each and every person, each and every family, each and every gift. Each and every gift. There are people who can heal the headache, people who can heal a spinal cord, people who can heal the ailments of the blood, people who can align, people that can take out evil spirits, people that can take out, it's a whole multifaceted place of healing. And so when all of these ancestors are raising up their own children and they're trying to teach you, they're showing in your dreams your greatness. and you are stuck at what if this is a curse. Then you get out. Then you move into your blessing and you get fearful that I need to hold on to this blessing and not shift, because what if I lose it? What if you are anointed? What if you're anointed? What if you need to master it? What if you need to master it enough so that you can teach it and then replicate your model all over again? What if? So, go into spirit and get deeper connection and get into your 3 a.m. prayers. There are people that come here and they are super anointed. They can just virtually raise their hand and all of us will be healed of all of the things that are keeping us bound and you know, under pressure and keeping us low, and they can just do it by a wave because of what they're anointed to do. But then they are so stuck in fear. They are so stuck in just getting the minimum. It is time for minimum to, you know, let's lose minimum. Let's get into abundance. Let's get into our own anointings. Let's go and remember through our veins, through our DNA that runs within us, that gets to be spoken all the time through dreams, when your ancestors tell you, this is who we are. We are the kings. We are the divine, the diviners. We are the healers. We are the rainmakers. They are at anointing level when they are bragging about what your gift is all about. And you can say, what is the relevance of it in 2023? The relevance of it is that you are a succession plan, you yourself. You are blessed enough to do it. You are a product of all amazing anointings. You are lubricated to function in what you are able to do, what you are called to do, what is your purpose. So we are going to try and stop and saying, go, what if I use snuff and candles and Bible? Does it work? Use what you know to get to the next level, to take your blessings so that you can get to the next level. The next level is anointing. At anointing, it replicates itself all over again, and now you become a good generational story, you yourself, because you decided that you are going to get into your blessing and your anointing. I thank you. May the good Lord lubricate the vision that He has shed in your life, put in your life, bestowed upon your life. May you understand that you have all the makings of being divine because you have your ancestors with you. May you understand that you have the 12 laws, the 12 universal laws that are just there available for you, so that you tap into them, exercise them, and be blessed and get into anointing. You have meditation that says, come within yourself. Many of you are afraid of going within yourself. Many of you are afraid of praying because when you pray, you are going to get into a trance and you think it will keep you out of control. It's uncouth, it's ugly. Go within. There is no blessing that you are looking for that is external of you. It has been put in here. It has been stored in here. You just need to go within and find it and speak to the deity and the being and the people inside of you that know that you are a continuation of the blessings, and they're counting on you. They're lubricating you daily. That you are anointed. That you are anointed. And that is the next level. At anointing, you can fall back at curse. At anointing, You are going to share with others. And anointing, you will not abuse others when you have to share it with them. Because when you were looking for your anointing, you were abused. And may all of you who still have gifts, but you got abused because you were looking for your own anointing, you were looking to further the anointing of your own ancestors, and you got into the wrong hands of people. May you go within. May you be aligned with your own ancestors. May you keep the story of what God has put inside of you alive. And may you know that only at God level, at deep connection, at doing what constantly works for you, at alignment, at peace, all of these components are all of the things that are ever going to get you to the next level, which is mastery, which is anointing. May you be lubricated. May you share yourself. May you not be selfish. May you make sure that you too are a story maker in changing the narrative of who ancestors are, of what Africa is, of who you are, and of whose you are. Thank you so much.